the weekend, we saw Zlatan scoring his 500th professional goal. AC Milan remain top of the table. But what happened this weekend and the latest round of picks in Serie A? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today, we'll take a look at our match day number 22 out in Serie A. We'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, and smash the subscribe. Keep you back up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related. Whoa, football here. Under one Ruski, that's right. I did call it back in August, and it's still early. I know it is. But of course, AC Milan still top of the pops out in Serie A. But will they be there at the end of this match week? Of course, they're only 2 points clear of their nearest and dearest Internazionale. We'll see how they get on this week in just a second. But a big shout out to the Patreons working behind the scenes. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it, guys. Really do. If anyone is interested, there should be a link down there. Check that sucker out to support the brand behind the scenes. Of course, let's get into it. Of course, have a little look how we got on last time. So here we bloody go, and then kick it all off with the games that took place this past weekend. Kick it off on Friday. It was Inter Milan. Well, Internazionale going to Fiorentina. 2-1 win was my pick. 2-0 was the final score. My real deal. The real picks on the left. I think is on the right. Nicolo Barriella on the score sheet. Ivan Perisic getting the goal as well for Inter Milan, giving them the 3 points, and of course keeping up the heat with AC. In fact, they probably would have went top for the table for 24 hours at the very least. Meanwhile, Sassuolo against Spezia, a bit of a surprise here. Was a 2-1 win for Spezia. Actually, a 2-1 win for Sassuolo. Goals on the day for Spezia. Martin Erlicic, Emmanuel Grise as well. Francesco Caputo getting the goal for Sassuolo, but unfortunately, it was too early, too little, too late. Goals galore though. Atalanta 3-3 in the end over Torino. Goal scores on the day with Belotti with a couple of goals, well, the goal at least Bremner as well. Federico Benzoni. They actually came 3-0 from behind to get themselves a point. Joseph Ilic, Salvatore Singuru with a big for OG and Lourdes Mariel, giving Atalanta a 3-goal lead. And if it was half-time or whatever it was after 21 minutes, it would have ended as a 3-0 or would have got bang on the nose. But after that, I got nothing. Juventus against Roma was a 2-0 win for Juventus. Ronaldo and Ibanez with a big for OG. I give you Juventus the 3 points. Got that one bang on the nose. Genoa, they beat Napoli as well. A surprise win with a 2-1 win over Napoli. Goran Pandev with a couple of goals there. Matteo Politano get the goal for Napoli. It was too little too late. Actually went with a 2-1 win the other way. Meanwhile, Sampdoria did only get a point against Benevento. Gianluca Capari, Akita Balde get the goal for Sampdoria as they share the spoils. Actually, all the right amount of goals. Unfortunately, not good enough. 2-0 win. Sampdoria wrong. Meanwhile, AC Milan did beat Crotone 4-0. Zlatan with a brace. Anton Ribic also with a brace to give them the 4-0 win. Actually, with a 3-0 win, not too bad. Happy with that. Keep it going. Of course, Udinese against Hellas Verona. What happened to that game? 0-0. Nothing to report here. In fact, 2-0 win. Sorry, 2-0 win for Udinese. Actually, with a 2-1 win myself. Marco Silvestri with a big for OG Gerard De Falialu with his first goal since joining on Watford to give Udinese the win. Actually, with a 2-1 win, not too bad. Parma, they did lose to Bologna. They looked toast at the moment. Musa Barra with a couple of goals there. Ricardo Ossoloni also on the score sheet for Bologna as they took the 3 points. Actually, one of the one Parma. Shame on me. And then Lazio against Cagliari, and it was a 1-0 win for Lazio. Ciro Immobile on the score sheet with a 1-0 win. Actually, with a 2-0 win. As you can see, I got myself 3-5. Not too bad. I'm having a quick look at the goal scorers charts. Ronaldo leads the charge 2 goals clear of Lukaku. Immobile is up there with 14 as well. Ibrahimovic has also got 14 as well, but he's been hot and cold. Muriel up to 5th. Atlanta Bellotoli's up there in 6th. Pedro Martinez, Mkhitaryan and Insigne also up there as well. Let's have a look at, of course, the table as it stands. It looks like this. AC Milan, of course, 2 points clear over Inter Milan as it stands. Juventus into 3rd. It looks like it's going to be them this year. AS Roma into 4th. The foot of the table, Crotone, Parma, Cagliari as well. On the foot of the table. That is, of course, what happened. Well, that's the table as of, at the moment. Let's take a look at, of course, your picks. And let's get into it. This is the criteria. Not 3 shitface gang, 3 to 6, just like me, shitface. You're in the top bins. So, Benjamin, Fabian, new to the scene. You did okay. Shane O'Donnell, well done to you, of course. Absolutely fantastic. Escovy also did very, very well as well. Gaming Charlie, not too bad. Tom Stain also did good. The D-Man also did very, very well, as did Ultra Omer. He did shite, actually. Russell Frost also did very, very well. Crappy SUD did okay. Yannick Buster did bits. Shepard also did very, very well. Thank you very, very much for your recent support, brother. Do appreciate it. James BCFC are great, and you did okay. Magic Monday did shite. Wait, I said I did shite. Wait, I did shite. Okay, carry on. Olagiojo also did very well as well. Monacan also did good. Ivan String also did poop. This is for Olagiojo. I missed the clap there. Alex Well also did good. Hansberg's not too shabby. Of course, Jaron Lenders also did bits. John did bits. Jacob Nungare, he did okay. Costa Skye also did okay. Alan MC also did bits. Deepak the Great, not too bad as well. And Vincent Hong. Who leaves Vincent Hong in the corner? I bloody do. He did okay. So take a look at the table as it stands. If your name's Ultra Omria or Magic Monday or Ivan Stringer, just go and get yourself a cup of tea. But if your name's Benjamin Fabian, Russell Frost or Tom Stainer, you are the kings. Respect to the kings. Bow down. You're in royalty right here, right now. Let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. What's that done to the table? I'm interested to see what that's done to the table. We'll have a little look at it. Of course, your kingpin is Amaji Monday. This does give a chance to reboot the league and maybe get the likes of Alex Weller in there. He made 2 points on your son. He's made 2 points on you. Yannick Bustler's made just a couple of points on you as well. So good chance for you guys to close in on it. I don't know the official points tally, but it's still big. But that's the stuff we need. Magic Monday is not Patreon. I just keep doing it. I don't know. It's because of the Omar Esquivel. It's the Olagiojo. He's not a bloody Patreon. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Anyway, let's take a look at the next round of matches. Of course, kicking all off this weekend, it will be Bologna up against Benevento Callasio. Of course, played each other 3 times. The past 2 wins for Bologna, 1 win for Benevento, of course, but the last time played each other in Bologna was back in 2018. In January, it was a 3-0 win for Bologna. Of course, Matteo Destro on the score sheet, Sebastian Di Mario and Belliam Demanzali as well. Also, that was a 3-0 win back in January 2018. They also played it in October this season. It was a 1-0 win for Benevento, Gianluca Lapatula on the score sheet. Benevento actually failed to win the last 5 matches in Serie A, coming into this just with 1 win in the past 6. That 1 win was against Cagliari all the way back at the start of the year. On the flip side, 2 wins in the past 6 games for Bologna, beating Verona on the midway through the month of Jan. Also picking up a win against Parma just the other day. Big win, of course, to get themselves moving in the right direction. Look at the bookies. Odds. Benevento are actually 10-3 for the victory. 6-5 on is your Bologna. There you are. Your favourites. 30-5 is your draw. Whereas the bookies are at the bottom of the table shows Benevento in 14th, and win for them they could go 11th. Whereas Bologna are in 13th, and win for them they could also go as high as 11th in the tables. They are on level points. Even sort of steam smells like a draw. I've gone with a 1-0 win though for Bologna with the 3 points at home. Torino needs a must-win against Genoa. Genoa have climbed the table unbeaten in the last 4. Torino are just 1 defeat the past 5 or 6 for them as well. Let's take a closer look at it then. In the last overall 114 times, 46 wins for Torino, 34 wins for Genoa, and 34. Of course, but the last 6 wins out of 6 for Torino, nothing for Genoa. Of course, last time around in Torino was a 3-0 win back in July 2020 in lockdown. Goal scorers on the day. Back in the day was Bremer, Sasa Lukic, and Belotti as well. They also played each other back in Genoa this season. It was 2-1 for Torino. Sasa Lukic on the score sheet once again. Luca Pellegrini with a big for OG. Gianluca Sakamakaka. Score sheet for Genoa. Torino have actually drawn their last 4 matches heading into this. Yes, 4-4. Unbeaten the last 4, but they're all draws. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Genoa. That was in the Coppa Italia against Juventus. The rest have been 4 wins and a draw to boot. So not bad form for Genoa. They're on the climb. Look at the bookies odds. Torino, even Stevens for the victory. 3-1 is your career. Genoa, 9-4 is your draw. Of course, Genoa coming into in 12th win for them. They could actually go 10th. Torino are in 17th win for them. They could close in on 16th place Spezia with a nice little cushion on themselves at the moment. I've gone with on this one too. Torino to take 3 points, even though Genoa are on red hot form. Next, of course, we have a fruity one. It's Napoli up against Juventus. Of course, played each other in the past. 167 times, 36 wins for Torino. 36 wins for Napoli, 78 wins for Juventus, and 52 bloody draws. The last 6 is 1 for Napoli, 4 for Juventus, and 1 draw last time around. In Napoli was a 0-0 draw in the Coppa Italia back in June. Of course, they also played each other. What is this? Also played in the Super Cup, Super Cup or whatever it is, Super Cup Italia. That was a 2-0 for Juventus. That was on. Was that neutral ground? I don't know. But anyway, the last time played in the league, in Naples, in Napoli, it was back in January 22. It was a 2-1 win for Napoli. Pierre Zelinski on the score sheet, Lorenzo Insigne as well. Cristiano Ronaldo also on the score sheet, but too little, too. I'm heading into this though. Juventus in 18 last 20 matches in Serie A. They also kept clean in the last 3. I'm heading into this though. 5 on the spin in all competitions, whereas just 1 defeat the past 4 for Napoli. That 1 defeat was though against Genoa, and that was just the other day. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Napoli 21-10 for the victory, 5-2 draw. 6-5 is your Juve. Juve coming into this in third, and win for them they could close it in on second. But they can't get there. 6th place Napoli though. Win for them they could go as high as 4th. Of course, that's back in the Champions League football as well. I've gone with a 2-2 draw on this one, point split right down the middle. I think Napoli will be happy with that. Next up, of course, is Spezia up against the leaders, AC Milan. They played each other twice in the past. 2 wins out of 2 for AC Milan, including last time around. In Milan was back in October. It was a 3-0 win. Rafael Leo on the score sheet, Theo Hernandez and on the score sheet as well. Leo got himself a couple of goals heading into this. Though, AC Milan just 2 wins past 4 games, but it's been back-to-back wins, beating Bologna, beating Crotone, of course, in recent succession, whereas it's been 1 win the past 4 games for Spezia. That was against that one against Sassuolo just the other day. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on the bookies odds? Spezia will be the underdogs, I'm sure. 5-1 for the victory, 2-1 on is your AC Milan, 7-2 is your draw. Milan come into this 2 points clear of Inter Milan, and a win will keep them. Spezia are on 16th place, though, and win for them, they could go as high as 11th in the table. They don't see it happening. A 3-0 win though for AC Milan to take 3 points. Keep on dreaming that another title is coming to Milan. Next, of course, Roma up against Udinese. Of course, played in the past 99 times, 51 wins for Roma, 23 wins for Udinese, and 25 draws. For the last 6, 4 for Roma, 2 for Udinese, no draws last time around. In Roma was a 2-0 win for Udinese back in July 2020. In lockdown, Kevin Lasagna on the score sheet. Didn't he just make a move? He just made a move. I need to look that up. Transfer deadline, I'm sure. Good guy, scores goals. He's gone on loan to Hellas Verona. Wow. He's got some caps as well. Italy, Kevin Lasagna's got 7 caps to his name. Yet to get a goal, yet to get a game for them at the moment. But he actually just got 2 goals this season. Yeah, he's a long way from getting in that team. Anyway, heading into this, they also played each other back in Udinese back in October. It was a 1-0 win for Roma. Of course, heading into this, Roma undefeated in the last 15 home matches. Also, Udinese, though, kept a clean sheet in the last 3. Udinese unbeaten in the last 4, back-to-back wins as well. Just 1 defeat the past 3 games, though, for Roma. That was against Juve just the other day. Look at the bookies odds. Roma 64 on for the victory, 40-5 is your 41 is your Udinese. Udinese coming at you in 11th. The win for them, they could go top 10. Of course, Roma coming at you in 4th for a win for them. They could go 3rd in the league. They'll get the win with a clean sheet as well with the 2-0 to take the 3 points. Cagliari taking on, of course, Atalanta. Of course, played in the past 61 times, 23 wins for Cagliari, 26 wins for Atalanta, and 12 draws, of course. But the last 6 seasons, 1 for Cagliari, 5 for Atalanta, and no draws last time around. In Cagliari's 1-0 win for Atalanta back in July 2020 in lockdown. Goal scorers on the day: Luis Muriel on the score sheet for Atalanta. Andrea Carboni got himself sent off. However, they did play each other this season already, I think. Back in October, it was a 5-2 win for Atalanta. And they also played each other in the Coppa Italia as well. And it was also a win for Atalanta. So they played each other twice this season already. Atalanta picking up the win. It's actually been 3 wins on the spin for Atalanta against Cagliari in all competitions over the years. Cagliari have actually lost 7 of the last 8 matches in Serie A, whereas Atalanta undefeated in 11 of the last 12 matches in Serie A. That 1 defeat, though, was against Lazio a couple of games back. It's actually been 3 games without a win for Atalanta, if you want to look at it that way. 1 defeat, 2 draws, whereas 5 defeats the past 6 games for Cagliari. They look a little bit lost at sea. As for the bookies odds on this one, Cagliari 61 for the victory, 7-2 is draw, 94 on is your Atalanta. Atalanta in 7th win for them. They could go 3rd in the table. Oh yes, Cagliari actually in the relegation zone at the moment. For them, they could go 17th to get themselves back on track. I've gone with the 2-1 for Atalanta, of course they have, with the 3. Of course, my boys Sampdoria taking on, of course, Fiorentina. Of course, they played in the past 128 times, 36 wins for Sampdoria, 45 wins for Fiorentina, and 47 draws. But the last 6, 2 wins apiece, 2 draws. Last time around, though, in Sampdoria was a 5-1 win for Fiorentina back in February 2020. And about this time last season, Morten Torgsby with the big for OG, Dusan Vlahovic with a couple of goals there, Federico Chiesa also with a couple of goals as well. Milan Berardaji got himself sent off. Nicola Murudu got himself sent off for Sampdoria, as did Manuelo Gabbiadani getting a goal for Sampdoria, but it's too late. But of course, they played in Fiorentina back in October, was a 2-1 win for Sampdoria. Fabio Quagliarella on the score sheet, Valerio Verdi as well, Dusan Vlahovic on the score sheet as well. Heading into this, though, Fiorentina have actually failed to win 9 last 10 matches on the road. Heading into this, though, 1 win the past 5. That one was against Crotone at home, whereas 1 defeat the past 4 games to Sampdoria. That 1 defeat was against Juventus as well. Look at the bookies odds. I'm sure Sampdoria will probably be your favourites. 7-4 for the victory, 6-4 for Fiorentina. I think they are the favourites. Fiorentina 12-5 is your bloody draw. Fiorentina are in 15th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 11th. Sampdoria are in 10th for the win for them. They could go 9th. Goodness gracious me, that would be absolutely amazing for them. 2-1 win for Sampdoria, and the nicest man in football, Ranieri. Crotone taking, of course, Sassuolo, of course, in the past 13 times they've been each other. 3 wins for Crotone, 8 wins for Sassuolo, 2 draws. Last 6, 2 for Crotone, 3 for Sassuolo, and 1 draw. Last time around, though, in Crotone, it was a 4-1 win for Crotone back in 2018 in Serie A. Goal scores on the day: Marcelo Trotta with a couple of goals, Simi also with a couple of goals, and Domenico Berardi also on the score sheet for Sassuolo. Also, make sure that in Sassuolo back in October, it was a 4-1 win for Sassuolo this time. Domenico Berardi as well, Francesco Caputo with a couple of goals there, Manuel Locatelli as well. Simi also got a goal for Crotone back in the day. Crotone have actually lost 6 of the last 7 matches in Serie A, because he leaves 2 goals in 6 of those 7 matches. Without a win in at least 6, that is Sassuolo. Really ropey-dopey form, just 1 win the past 6 games for Crotone. That was against Benevento a couple of games back. Meanwhile, heading into this, Crotone coming at you Spezia 12-5 for the victory. Even Stevens for Sassuolo 14-5 is your draw. Of course, Crotone coming into this bottom of the table, but a win for them. They could actually go as high as 18th in the league, whereas Sassuolo coming into this in 8th. A win for them. They could close in on 7th, but I think Sassuolo would nick it with a 1-0 win in their bloody end. Into the final two, we have a fruity one in Inter Milan taking, of course, Lazio. Played with 171 times past, 69 wins for Inter Milan, 42 wins for Lazio, 60 draws. But the last 6 sees 2 for Inter, 3 for Lazio, 1 draw last round. In Milan was a 1-0 win for Inter back in September 2019. Daniel D'Ambrosio on the score sheet for the win for Inter Milan. They also played each other in Rome back in October as a 1-1 draw. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic on the score sheet. Lautaro Martinez also on the score sheet for Inter Milan as well. Ciro Immobile got himself sent off, as did Stefano Sensi, in a very, very feisty, quite lively game. Meanwhile, Inter Milan have actually won the last 7 home matches, whereas Lazio have actually won the last 6, both home and away. Internazionale keep a clean sheet in the last 4 as well. Just 1 win in the past 6 games for Lazio. That was against Atalanta on the road, but it's been back-to-back wins for them, beating Cagliari, beating Atalanta as well, whereas just 1 defeat the past 5 for Internazionale, losing to Juventus in the Coppa Italia. Look at the bookies odds on this fruity one. Of course, Inter Milan lands 11-8 on for the victory, 3-1 short, 7-2 is your Lazio. Lazio coming at you in 5th, and for them they could go 3rd. Inter Milan are 2nd, and mathematically they could go depending on what goes on elsewhere. Gotta go with a 3-1 win for Inter Milan to take 3 points with the 3. And wrapping it up with Verona taking, of course, Parma. Big game for the foot of the table for Parma. 18 times they played each other in the past. 9 wins for Verona, 6 for Parma, and 3 draws. But the last 3, 2 for Verona, 1 for Parma, no draws last time around. In Verona was a 3-2 win for Verona back in July last season. In lockdown, Samuel Di Camini on the score sheet, Mata Sakaganganagi and Matterio Pessina on the score sheet for Verona. Dijan Kulievski and Riccardo Gaglielio on the score sheet for Parma. Bloody Nora, that's a mouthful. Of course, they played each other back in October. In Parma's a 1-0 win for Parma as well. Heading into this, Parma have actually lost 8 of the last 9 matches in Serie A, also failed to score in 6 of the last 7. Heading into this, 4 defeats on the spin for Parma, whereas it's been just 1 win in the past 4 games for Verona, picking up a win against Napoli. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on the bookies odds? Verona 11-10 on for the victory, 2-5 is draw, 3-1 is your Parma. Take place on Monday, of course. Verona coming at you in 9th, the win for them, they could go 8th. Parma in 19th, the win for them, they could go 17th. If they get the win. I've gone with a 2-1 for Verona. They'll take the 3 points and they'll climb up the table. If I'm right, which I probably will hope so, this table will look like at the end of it. AC Milan will be 52 points on the board, 2 points clear still of Inter Milan. Juventus will keep up the heat. Actually, they'll drop off a little bit. 7 points to 3rd, Roma into 4th. The foot of the table, Crotone, Parma, Cagliari going down. If the season was to end today. That's my picks. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for this one, and of course be back next time around. Be sure to give the video some love in, smash that thumbs up right there, smash the subscribe, share it with your buddies, tell everyone about it, tell them to come around next time around. Even though if the season's midway through, they can still come in there and flex their muscles and showcase their predicting talents. Also, if you want to be joining the illustrious band of men and women of patrons, you can check out the link down below right about here. There it is. Of course, just check that link down below if you want to become the latest member of the Patreon gang. Also, other stuff down there, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that stuff is for your leisure. Check it all out. Until then, though, be safe, mask up, and I'll see you all next time for Picks Serie A.